When you think of Airbus, the natural tendency is to think of aircraft. It's in their name, after all. Aside from commercial and military planes and helicopters, the European firm also has a space division. However, when it comes to the logistics of assembling its aircraft, there's a robust maritime component to the operation. Indeed, Airbus and its production facilities around the world utilize several vessels to move components between sites at Bordeaux, Hamburg, Mobile, Tianjin, and Toulouse. Some are external charters, while others are exclusively part of the Airbus family. Let's take a look at these ships for today's video. The first vessel on the list is the ship called Via de Bordeaux. Chartered from shipowner Louis Dreyfus Armatures, the Via de Bordeaux is a 5,200 deadweight tonnage roll-on and roll-off or ro-ro vessel. The number doesn't refer to its weight, but rather the weight in cargo it can support. According to Airbus, the ship at its introduction had the largest ever watertight stern door on a ro-ro vessel, which is 22 meters by 14 meters. The vessel incorporates special features that are, quote, tailored to the loading and transport of aircraft components. These include a stern mooring system, cargo hold environment control, and lashing arrangements. In the process of building the A380 Super Jumbo, Airbus had the vessel go between sites in the UK, Germany, France, and Spain to the French city of Bordeaux. With A380 production now over, the Via de Bordeaux regularly ferries A320 family sub-assemblies from Europe to Mobile in the United States for final assembly. According to Airbus, one sub-assembly set includes wings, fuselage, engine pylons, horizontal and vertical tailplanes. Another slightly smaller ship, named City of Hamburg, makes similar transatlantic journeys with A320 family sub-assemblies. Airbus notes that the Via de Bordeaux has the capacity to accommodate 4 sub-assembly sets, while it's 3 for the City of Hamburg. In September 2023, it was jointly announced by Airbus and Spain-based firm Bound for Blue that Via de Bordeaux will be equipped with a wind-assisted propulsion technology that captures wind energy to generate thrust. Marketed as a way to deliver savings in fuel consumption and CO2 emissions, the new tech essentially works like a modern version of a sail. However, the e-sail, which was developed by Bound for Blue, creates as much as 6 to 7 times more lift than a conventional rigid sail. According to the official Airbus statement, it consists of a sail-like vertical surface and an electric-powered air suction system that helps the airflow to re-adhere to the sail, generating additional lift and thereby reducing the load on the ship's main engines. 3 22-meter-high e-sails have been fitted onto the ship. At the time of making this video, the Via de Bordeaux should be conducting a 6-month performance monitoring period. Fitting the e-sails on the Via de Bordeaux supports Airbus in its commitment to halve CO2 emissions from its maritime operations by 2030, compared to a 2015 baseline. As per Bound for Blue estimations, the e-sails could deliver an annual fuel savings of up to 560 tons and CO2 emissions savings of up to 1,800 tons. On the Mediterranean, a ship named Ciudad de Cádiz makes stops at Airbus and supplier production facilities in Tunis, Naples, Bordeaux, and Saint-Nazaire. Looking to the future, Airbus announced in 2023 that it has commissioned Louis Dreyfus Armatures to build, own and operate new, larger, highly efficient roll-on roll-off cargo vessels that'll enter service from 2026. Earlier, we mentioned that the Via de Bordeaux could transport 4 single-aisle aircraft sub-assembly sets, while the City of Hamburg could transport 3. In contrast, the future ships ordered by Airbus will be able to carry 6 sets. As the maritime fleet is gradually renewed with the new ships, the Ciudad de Cádiz will be retired from service. When this happens, the City of Hamburg will transfer to the Mediterranean. And then, when the second new vessel is delivered, the Via de Bordeaux will move to the Mediterranean to replace the City of Hamburg. Next is, or was, the Mobile Express, which appears to no longer be operating for Airbus. Built in Italy, the Mobile Express crossed the Atlantic Ocean on a regular basis with A320 family subassemblies. Having a similar capacity to the Via de Bordeaux, the inaugural voyage for Airbus took place in February 2019, linking Saint-Nazaire, France, with the Airbus manufacturing facility at the Mobile Aeroplex at Brooklyn, adjacent to the Gulf of Mexico. The ship's name was changed to Wedelsborg in 2020 and then to Grandi Futura a few years later. The website Project Cargo Journal also notes that the 80-metre-long Ro-Ro Kugelbacher has carried Airbus parts as well. A320 fuselage segments come from subsidiary Premium Aerotech in Nordenham near Bremerhaven and are transported over to the Airbus facility in Hamburg. And then there were other, less prominent vessels such as river barges and chartered ships supporting Airbus's commercial aircraft assembly operations. According to Natural Resources Wales, the D Rivercraft was responsible for transporting A380 wings from Broughton to the port of Mostyn. As noted by dside.com, the wing barge had to negotiate 4 low bridges with sometimes less than a metre of water between the bottom of the barge and the riverbed. The website also notes that more recently Airbus submitted a document to Flintshire Council indicating that there was a, quote, likely prospect of Airbus repurposing the D Rivercraft for other future wing variant transport logistics. From the port of Mostyn, a ship like the Via de Bordeaux would have transported the A380 wings to France. At the other end, there were more barges. These were specially designed to carry components on the penultimate part of their voyage along the Garonne River in France. These went from the port city of Bordeaux to the river harbour of Langon. From Langon, aircraft components were transferred to the final assembly line in Toulouse via road transportation. Owned and operated by European firm Socatra, these were Ro-Ro barges named Breuil and Briand. These were easily recognisable with their Airbus A380 on-board markings. With A380 production shut down, it's unclear if these barges are still used in Airbus's operations. We've also seen photos of other ships like the BBC Fuji and BBC Haren transporting Airbus aircraft components. These ships are part of a company called BBC Chartering. The company operates more than 150 modern multi-purpose heavy-lift vessels. Back in 2015, BBC Fuji moved the first A320 family parts from Hamburg to Mobile. It's unclear if there are specific ships tasked with transportation of components to Tianjin, China. However, we know that in early 2021, COSCO Shipping Project Logistics won a bid for logistics service provision to the Airbus Tianjin Wide-Body Aircraft Completion and Delivery Centre. COSCO's site notes that it is the sole logistics provider for the Airbus Asia Final Assembly Line and has supported Airbus in the region since 2008. In March 2024, the logistics firm celebrated the delivery of 700 shipments of Airbus A320 components to China. With Airbus having its production facilities and final assembly lines dispersed all over the world, components need to safely make their way from one facility to another. These water vessels are part of that journey. Did you know about Airbus's maritime operations that support its commercial aircraft production? Let us know in the comments. Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.